Although they can often hide it behind a smile, quite a few Korean actors actually suffer from terrible medical conditions. An actor that's been suffering from a mysterious and incurable disease for the longest time is Shin Dong-wook. Best known for his role in Soulmate, Dong-wook actually used to be very popular, especially for his soothing voice. However, he had to take a step back from his career right after he was discharged from the military in 2011 because while he was serving, doctors diagnosed him with complex regional pain syndrome. This is an incredibly rare disease with not a very concrete cause. It's known for causing people a lot of pain without knowing why it's happening. People with the condition also experience pain long after a wound or injury has healed. Although everyone has a different pain tolerance, when people say that this syndrome is painful, they mean it. It's said that the complications that this disease causes are a lot more painful than, for example, childbirth or dismemberment. It's even reported that in Dong-wook's case, the pain was so unbearable that he broke his teeth by clenching them extremely hard. It's not surprising that Dong-wook had to take a break from acting to focus on himself and his recovery. He disappeared from the industry for 6 long years, leaving everyone wondering if he was ever returning. To everyone's surprise, he made a comeback in 2017, revealing that he was feeling much better after finding the right treatment. In an interview that year, he said, "I'm managing my health by taking medication. I've been going to the hospital a lot less." He explained that his condition became manageable, so he was finally able to return to work. He shared that acting is something that he loves to do and added, "The condition I have is very difficult, so I really hope that many people will see me and be able to gain the courage and strength to return to their daily lives." Since then, Dong-wook has been active in the industry again, and everyone loves to see it. Jung Il-woo has been struggling with a serious medical condition for 9 years now. In 2013, at the ripe age of 27, he was diagnosed with cerebral aneurysm, which is a disease that causes swelling of arteries inside the brain. If an artery bursts, chances of survival are very slim. Il-woo was diagnosed in the hospital after suffering from a lot of headaches. At the time, he was supposed to enlist in the military. Instead of being on active duty, he enlisted as a social worker. After his diagnosis, Il-woo felt incredibly lost, suffering from depression and anxiety as a result of being consumed by the fear of losing his life. In an interview, he revealed that after learning about his condition, he didn't leave his house for a month. After this dark period in his life, he decided to go on a pilgrim's journey in Chile. It seems like this did wonders for him, as he said, "Thanks to this experience, I got over my uneasiness. I felt like I got healthier and learned to enjoy the present moment." A lot has changed for Il-woo since his diagnosis. In an interview last year, he revealed that his mindset has shifted a lot. He used to be pretty negative, but that changed completely. He said, "I have decided to enjoy my life with gratitude. I also learned what small happiness is. I realized that happiness does not come from big places." Another actor that's been facing problems with his health is Kim Soo-hyun, who has been suffering from cardiac disorder ever since he was little. His diagnosis became public knowledge after he openly talked about it online. He explained that he has something called arrhythmia, which is a heart condition that is diagnosed when you have a problem with the rate of your heartbeat. Considering our heart is the powerhouse of our body, it is obviously pretty severe and pretty scary. Soo-hyun explained that he used to get sick a lot when he was young and that he's had many surgeries as a consequence of his condition. He's been doing this routine of taking medication, undergoing treatment, and having surgeries ever since he was in middle school. Back in 2010, when he was still a rookie, he opened up a bit more about his diagnosis during an interview. This particular meeting was actually rescheduled for another day because Soo-hyun had to undergo surgery that day. It said that when he arrived at the place for the interview, he looked very pale and exhausted, which is only normal after undergoing such an intensive procedure. Soo-hyun didn't seem to think much of it though, since he experienced even more serious surgeries when he was a kid. He said, "I'm so sorry. It wasn't a big operation. If it were the past, doctors would have opened my heart, but now that wasn't the case. I'm okay. I'm healthy now." His medical condition hasn't really affected his career that much, but it did have an effect on his enlistment in the military. Although Soo-hyun was very eager to serve his country, he was deemed unfit for enlistment back in 2012. He didn't give up though. Instead, he made sure to recover his health by following a steady treatment plan. Eventually, he was cleared for public service duty, but he actually really wanted to be on active duty. In an interview in 2017, he shared, "I was very sick before, but I am all better after getting proper treatment. I think I will be enlisting to active duty." Nowadays, Soo-hyun seems to be doing a lot better. An actress that also had to take a break from acting for a while as a result of her condition is Moon Gun-young. She was diagnosed with compartment syndrome back in 2017. This disease causes pressure to build up inside muscles, causing intense pain. She had to go through an emergency surgery to treat it, and as a result, she had to pause all of her activities to fully focus on her recovery. surgery. It said that she has had 4 different surgeries ever since, and that her disease caused her to gain a lot of weight and age rapidly. Ever since her health scare, Kwon-young has barely been active, and fans are very worried about her. In 2020, she revealed that she is okay, but needs some time away to focus on herself. Next is Kim Bom, who was diagnosed with a hereditary disease named degenerative arthritis in 2012. This disease is known to cause a lot of pain and stiffness in the joints, to the point that it becomes hard to perform daily tasks. The reports of his diagnosis state that it was from the result of the preparation that he did for his role in Padam Padam. According to these reports, he had to lose 11 kilograms for the role, which played a big role in developing the disease. It's also said that his car accident of 2009 may have helped cause it. Bom was already deemed unfit for active duty enlistment and instead served as a social worker in 2018. In an interview, he opened up a bit about his condition and shared all of the struggles that he faced. He said, "In my 20s, I was lucky and kept going without stopping to breathe. Back then, I was overflowing with energy. However, there was one time when I was exhausted." He explained that he was in and out of hospitals while receiving treatment for a long time, and that he continues to do so. Despite his illness, Bom's main goal will always be to bring people joy through his work. Another really upsetting story revolves around Koo Hae-sun, who had to quit filming You Are Too Much after being diagnosed with severe allergies. It's reported that during filming, Hae-sun went into anaphylactic shock, which is a very severe allergic reaction. Her agency shared some more details on the event and wrote, "Koo was recently rushed to the emergency room during filming after showing symptoms of nausea and breathing problems. After talking with the production team and medical experts, they decided that it was best for her to drop out of the drama. Medical experts also strongly advised her to go through long-term treatment." Her husband at the time, An Jae-hyun, spoke up about her condition in an interview and showed his supportiveness. He said, "We are currently trying to have a healthy daily lifestyle in an attempt to find the root of the issue, and I've taken over the household chores." Although his son has mostly recovered and the condition doesn't pose a threat anymore in her day-to-day life, such an unusual scare must have been terrifying. Lastly is Kim Woo-bin's battle against a special type of cancer. In 2017, he was forced to put his career on pause after hearing the devastating news that he was diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer. This is a very rare type of cancer that affects the throat and the nose. According to YouTuber Lee Jin-ho, Woo-bin was able to detect the illness in its early stages due to Lee Byung-hun's advice. Woo-bin often suffered from nosebleeds, but didn't think much of it and quite honestly didn't have the time to see a doctor due to his busy schedule. One night, he was having dinner with Byung-hun and had a nosebleed again. Byung-hun told him to see a doctor, and when he did, he was diagnosed. Woo-bin disappeared from the industry for 6 long years to focus on his recovery. After undergoing intense treatment, he finally got to hear in 2022 that his condition has improved a lot. Woo-bin revealed that his diagnosis really changed his outlook on life and made him reflect on his unhealthy habits. He said, "Living for the future, I tortured my present self. But now I live each moment in the present. I try to enjoy as is and feel everything in the present." He explained that his eyes are now open and that he has learned to fully love the work that he does and live the life that he has. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!